Understanding different education systems is crucial. It helps us learn from each other. By examining the strengths and weaknesses of various approaches, we gain valuable insights. These insights can inform our own educational practices. Comparing the education systems of the United States and Ukraine offers a compelling case study. Both countries share a commitment to education. However, their historical trajectories and cultural contexts have shaped their systems in distinct ways. Analyzing these differences allows us to identify best practices. We can also see areas needing improvement. Ultimately, this comparative approach fosters a deeper understanding of the complexities of education. This exploration will delve into the intricacies of American and Ukrainian education. We will examine their structures, teaching methods, and challenges. By doing so, we aim to illuminate the diverse paths to knowledge and success. The U.S. education system is decentralized. States and local districts have significant control. This results in variations in curriculum and standards. Generally, American children begin with elementary school, which includes grades kindergarten through 5 or 6. This is followed by middle school covering grades 6 through 8, and then high school, which spans grades 9 through 12. Ukraine, in contrast, has a more centralized system. The Ministry of Education and Science oversees education. Education is compulsory from ages 6 to 18. Students progress through primary school, which includes grades 1 through 4, basic secondary school, covering grades 5 through 9, and upper secondary school, which includes grades 10 through 11 or 12. Both systems emphasize core subjects such as language arts, mathematics, science, and social studies. However, there are differences in curriculum emphasis. The U.S. system often incorporates electives and extracurricular activities. The Ukrainian system tends to focus on a more rigorous academic core. These structural and curricular differences reflect each country's educational philosophy. Higher education in the U.S. is diverse. There are numerous public and private institutions. These range from community colleges to Ivy League universities. Admission is typically based on a combination of factors, including high school GPA, standardized test scores, and extracurricular involvement. Ukraine's higher education system is also undergoing transformation. It is moving away from its Soviet legacy. The country boasts a network of universities, academies, and institutes. Admission is generally determined by entrance exams. Both countries offer a wide range of undergraduate and graduate programs. However, there are differences in program emphasis. The U.S. system is known for its focus on liberal arts education and research. Ukrainian higher education often places a strong emphasis on specialized training in fields like engineering and medicine. The cost of higher education differs significantly between the two countries. The U.S. system is grappling with rising tuition costs and student debt. Ukraine offers more affordable options, with many institutions being publicly funded. Teaching methods and classroom environments vary within both countries. However, some general observations can be made. U.S. classrooms often emphasize student-centered learning. Teachers use interactive activities and group work. Technology is increasingly integrated into instruction. Ukrainian classrooms have traditionally been more teacher-centered. However, reforms are underway to encourage more interactive learning. The use of technology in Ukrainian classrooms varies. Access to resources and infrastructure can be uneven. Despite these challenges, there is a growing movement towards incorporating technology into teaching and learning. Both countries face ongoing debates about the best ways to prepare students for the 21st century. Educators are grappling with how to foster critical thinking, problem-solving, and digital literacy skills. The role of technology in education remains a topic of ongoing discussion and innovation. Section 5. Challenges and Opportunities. Navigating Educational Landscapes. The U.S. education system faces several challenges. These include achievement gaps between different student groups. Funding disparities between school districts also pose a significant hurdle. Teacher shortages and retention issues further exacerbate these problems. Ukraine's education system is grappling with its own set of challenges. The ongoing conflict in the eastern part of the country has disrupted education for many students. There is a need to rebuild schools and provide psychological support to affected children. Despite these challenges, there are also opportunities for improvement. The U.S. can learn from Ukraine's focus on early childhood education. Ukraine can draw inspiration from the U.S. emphasis on critical thinking and creativity. Both countries can benefit from sharing best practices in teacher training, curriculum development, and the use of technology. By addressing these challenges and seizing opportunities, both nations can strive towards more equitable and effective education systems. Section 6. Strengths and Weaknesses, a Comparative Analysis. The U.S. education system boasts several strengths. Its decentralized nature allows for flexibility and innovation at the local level. The emphasis on critical thinking and problem-solving equips students with valuable skills. The wide array of higher education options provides diverse pathways for students. However, the U.S. system also grapples with weaknesses. Achievement gaps persist, and funding disparities create inequities. The high cost of higher education poses a significant barrier for many. Ukraine's education system demonstrates strengths in its strong emphasis on foundational knowledge. The centralized system ensures a more standardized curriculum. The affordability of higher education makes it accessible to a broader range of students. Yet, Ukraine's system faces challenges as well. The ongoing conflict has strained resources and disrupted education for many. There is a need for greater emphasis on 21st century skills and innovative teaching methods. By acknowledging both the strengths and weaknesses of their respective systems, the U.S. and Ukraine can engage in a meaningful dialogue. This exchange of ideas can lead to positive reforms and improvements in both countries. Section 7. Funding and Resources, the Fuel of Education Systems. Funding plays a pivotal role in the success of any education system. The U.S. relies on a mix of federal, state, and local funding for its schools. This decentralized approach often leads to significant disparities in resources between wealthy and poor districts. Ukraine's education system is primarily funded by the government. However, resources are limited, and schools often struggle with outdated infrastructure and a lack of essential materials. The ongoing conflict has further strained the country's ability to adequately fund education. Both countries face the challenge of ensuring equitable distribution of resources. This requires a commitment to investing in schools and providing all students with the tools they need to succeed. Addressing funding disparities is crucial for creating a level playing field in education. Section 8. The Role of Technology, Bridging Gaps and Enhancing Learning. Technology has the potential to transform education. In the United States, schools are increasingly integrating technology into the classroom. Students use computers, tablets, and interactive whiteboards to enhance their learning experiences. Ukraine is also making strides in incorporating technology into education. However, access to devices and reliable internet connectivity remains a challenge, particularly in rural areas. Despite these obstacles, there is a growing recognition of the importance of digital literacy and technology skills for students' future success. Both countries can benefit from sharing best practices in educational technology. This includes developing engaging digital content, training teachers to effectively use technology, and addressing issues of equity in access to devices and internet connectivity. Section 9. Equity and Access, Addressing Disparities in Education. Equity and access are paramount concerns in any education system. The United States grapples with persistent achievement gaps based on race, ethnicity, and socioeconomic status. Students from disadvantaged backgrounds often face systemic barriers to success. Ukraine also faces challenges in ensuring equal opportunities for all learners. Students with disabilities, those from minority language backgrounds, and those affected by the conflict in the East may require additional support to thrive. Both countries must prioritize policies and practices that promote equity and inclusion. This includes providing targeted support to struggling students, creating welcoming and culturally responsive learning environments, and addressing implicit biases in curriculum and instruction. Section 10. The Future of Education, Reform, Innovation, and Collaboration. The landscape of education is constantly evolving. Both the United States and Ukraine are engaged in ongoing efforts to reform and improve their education systems. This includes exploring new pedagogical approaches, integrating technology effectively, and addressing issues of equity and access. Collaboration and cross-cultural dialogue are essential for driving progress in education. By sharing best practices, learning from each other's experiences, and working together to address common challenges, countries can create more equitable and effective education systems for all learners. Section 11. Conclusion, Embracing Diversity in Global Education. Comparing the education systems of the United States and Ukraine reveals both similarities and striking differences. Each system reflects its unique historical context, cultural values, and societal priorities. By examining these differences, we gain a deeper understanding of the diverse approaches to education worldwide. It is essential to recognize that there is no one-size-fits-all model for education. Every system has its strengths and weaknesses. The key is to learn from each other, adapt best practices, and continuously strive to improve educational opportunities for all learners. As we move forward, embracing diversity in global education is paramount. By fostering cross-cultural dialogue, sharing knowledge, and collaborating on innovative solutions, we can create a more equitable and enriching educational landscape for all.